Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is regarded by Muslims as the final prophet and messenger of Allah. His life, from birth to passing, profoundly shaped world history and established the foundation of Islam. Early life, 570-610 CE. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was born in 570 CE in the city of Mecca, in the respected tribe of Quraysh. His father, Abdullah, passed away before his birth, and his mother, Amina, died when he was 6 years old. He was then cared for by his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, and later by his uncle Abu Talib. Even before prophethood, he was known for his honesty and integrity, earning the title Al-Amin, the Trustworthy. He worked as a merchant and became widely respected for his truthful character. At the age of 25, he married Khadija bint Khuwaylid, a noble and wealthy businesswoman who became his strongest supporter. The beginning of Revelation, 610 CE. At the age of 40, while meditating in the cave of Hira, near Mecca, the angel Gabriel, brought the first revelation. This marked the beginning of Islam. The revelations continued for 23 years and were later compiled into the Qur'an. He began preaching the message of Tawheed, oneness of God, calling people to worship only Allah and abandon idolatry. The leaders of Mecca strongly opposed him, fearing loss of power and tradition, persecution and patience. Muslims faced severe persecution. Some migrated to Abyssinia for safety. Despite hardships, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, remained patient and steadfast. He lost his beloved wife Khadija and his uncle Abu Talib in the year of sorrow. He later traveled to Taif to preach Islam, but was rejected and harmed. Despite this, he prayed for the guidance of his people rather than seeking revenge. The migration, Hijra, 622 CE, due to increasing persecution, Allah commanded him to migrate to Medina. This migration, known as Hijra, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, he established the first Islamic state, created a constitution, and united the Muhajirun, migrants, and Ansar, helpers in brotherhood. He also established peace agreements with Jewish tribes. Major battles. Several battles occurred during this period. Battle of Badr, 624 CE, a decisive Muslim victory. Battle of Uhud, 625 CE, a test of obedience and discipline. Battle of the Trench, 627 CE. Muslims defended Medina successfully. Eventually, in 630 CE, he peacefully conquered Mecca. He forgave his former enemies, demonstrating unmatched mercy. Farewell pilgrimage and final sermon. In 632 CE, he performed his farewell Hajj and delivered a powerful sermon emphasizing equality, justice, women's rights, and adherence to the Qur'an and Sunnah. Soon after, he became ill and passed away in Medina at the age of 63. He was buried in the house of his wife, Aisha, R.A., in Medina. Legacy. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, transformed Arabia from tribal conflict to a united, faith-based society. His teachings spread across continents and continue to influence billions of people today. His life is a model of mercy, justice, leadership, patience, and devotion to Allah. The Life of Prophet Muhammad, Part 1. Arabia before Islam and his early life, 570-595 CE. On Arabia before Islam. To understand the greatness of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, we must first understand the world into which he was born. In the 6th century, the Arabian Peninsula was largely tribal. Society was built on clan loyalty, and intertribal wars were common. Idolatry dominated religious life, and the Kaaba in Mecca housed hundreds of idols. Although some followed remnants of the religion of Prophet Ibrahim A.S., most people practiced polytheism. Social injustice was widespread. Women had very limited rights. Female infanticide was practiced in some tribes. Slavery was common. The strong oppressed the weak. Yet Arabs were also known for eloquence in poetry, hospitality, bravery, and strong memory traditions. It was in this environment that Allah chose the final messenger. 2. Noble lineage and birth, 570 CE. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was born in 570 CE, the year of the elephant, when Abraham attempted to destroy the Kaaba. He belonged to the noble tribe of Quraysh, from the clan of Banu Hashim. His father, Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib, passed away before his birth. His mother was Amina bint Wahb. Thus he was born an orphan, a sign that his reliance would always be upon Allah alone. 3. Childhood under divine care. At age 6, his mother Amina passed away while returning from Yathrib, later known as Medina. He was then cared for by his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib. 2 years later, his grandfather also passed away. He was then taken under the protection of his uncle, Abu Talib, who loved him deeply despite remaining on the religion of his forefathers. From a young age, Muhammad PBUH worked as a shepherd. Later, he accompanied trade caravans to Syria. These experiences developed patience, leadership, and reflection for his character before prophethood. Even before revelation, he was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, and As-Sadiq, the truthful. He never worshipped idols. He never drank alcohol. He never participated in immoral practices. One famous incident shows his wisdom. When the tribes of Quraysh disputed over who would place the black stone, Hajar al-Aswad, during the rebuilding of the Kaaba, they agreed to let Muhammad decide. He resolved it peacefully by placing the stone on a cloth and having each tribal leader lift it together, preventing bloodshed. This event strengthened his reputation as a wise and just man. 5. Marriage to Khadija, R.A. At age 25, he worked as a merchant for Khadija bint Khuwailid, R.A., a wealthy and noble widow. Impressed by his honesty and character, she proposed marriage. Their marriage was one of love, respect, and support. Khadija, R.A., became his greatest comfort and the first believer in his message. They had several children together, including Fatima, R.A., who would later marry Ali ibn Abi Talib, R.A. 6. Spiritual reflection. As he approached age 40, Muhammad, PBUH, began retreating to the cave of Hira. Outside Mecca, he reflected deeply on society's corruption and searched for truth. He felt disturbed by idolatry, injustice, and moral decay. He would spend nights in prayer and contemplation, preparing unknowingly for the greatest mission in human history.